kind of encompasses pretty much everything from soup to nuts, if you will. We talk about everything involved in hydronics, starting with conducting an accurate heat loss and the benefits of conducting a heat loss. And we take it to pipe sizing, pump sizing, proper boiler selection, proper heat emitter selection, what we can do with different heat emitters at different water temperatures and still get the BTUs we need. We talk extensively about proper pump selection.
John started out with some of the basics that you just take for granted, you know. Well, guess what? After you've been doing this for 27 years, you forget what you know. And it was good to brush up on that again. I realized that some of the basic formulas that I just took for granted that were in my head, they weren't there. I had to go back and read back through the notes. And so to relearn some of those basics that I don't use every day, that was good to brush up.
I've been in the business, the heating business and hydronic business for the better part of 30 years. I've attended lots of seminars, lots of classes, and by far this facility, the way the layout of the classroom is, and the instructor, John Barba, is head and shoulders above any class I've ever taken. His demeanor, his knowledge, and how he's able to take an advanced class and simplify it so even people who may not have the extensive background knowledge can still learn from him.
The whole point of the class is this: there's no one answer that satisfies everything. The real professional builds a system as opposed to a collection of parts, and he knows what product he's using in this job, why he's using it, and what the effect is.
What I like specifically about this style of training, it's very approachable. I mean, it's almost like we're a bunch of guys, you know, at the counter at the supplier just having coffee and chatting about things, but there's a lot more hard theory in there also.
Well, let me talk about John Barba, because you go to his training session, you're not going to sit there and just listen. You're going to be part of the process. He involves you in it. It keeps you entertained as he teaches you. So you're not going to just passively sit through one of his classes. You're going to be part of his class, and that's so much part of the learning process.
We try to get down to that bottom line. Each system is fairly unique, and we want to make each system work as efficiently, as effectively, and as economically as possible.
I've brought 3 of my technicians here, and for all of them, the presentation is perfect. But probably the single most thing that John brings to the table that makes it unique is his passion. And I can watch my guys listening to John as he presents and see that that passion is getting transferred to them. And as a business owner, that is a very valuable thing for me, because I know that passion is going to come back with them.
We want to be at the forefront of our market, and I do that by bringing my guys to premier training programs such as what Takeo and John Barba provides.
What distinguishes Takeo's training is that it is application-based as opposed to product-based. Application-based training identifies problems, challenges that you may run into out in the field, and offers solutions to those problems. Product-based training is, let's face it, nothing more than a sales pitch, and that's kind of a waste of everybody's time.
I always leave a training with John Barba knowing more than when I walked in the door. And I've gone through, I'm going to guess, several dozen trainings with Barba over the past 15 years. I always learn something, and I'm learning something today as well.
I would recommend not only this particular class, but any class like this. And I'd say any class being taught by John Barba, it's impossible to come out of this class and not learn something.
We do an awful lot of field training as well as training here at the factory, so we very well may be out in your neighborhood sometime soon. So check the Takeo website for dates and times to see if we're going to be where you are.